Cattleya. Welcome, baby. Welcome to the People's Channel, honey. Welcome where it's each one teach one, honey. Welcome to the channel where we can be PhalPals, honey. What's the tea, darling? What is the tea? And if you are watching this video, honey, you are looking to see what orchids is best for you. I can't tell you. I can't tell you how to maintain a Phalaenopsis Orchid, honey. But what I can tell you, darling, what I can tell you, honey, is how to spend your coins. I can tell you that, baby. Yes, I can. So, with that being said, this is not according to Orchids for Dummies or PhalPal Darrell. This is according to the world, the people. And the people on Facebook have spoken, honey. They have said what are the top 5 orchids to have. So stay tuned, and we will talk all about it, PhalPal. This is not according to me. This is going to be according to Orchid Kingdom, honey, on Facebook. I will leave you that link in the description box below, honey. So shout out to Alex Morgan. She's going to be the administrator of Orchid Kingdom. Also, shout out to all of my PhalPals that participated in this poll that was created over a year ago. So, first up on the list, honey, is going to be Cattleya. Cattleya. Now, I got this Cattleya. She wasn't in bloom. However, I believe that she will bloom very soon, darling. I do. I don't know anything about Cattleyas. That's why I'm telling you, honey, this is the People's Channel, honey. Now, if you are one of those people like one of the PhalPals in Orchid Kingdom yesterday, honey, she said, can y'all please stop posting orchid pictures and not telling us the name of the orchid? Honey, when I tell you, honey, these PhalPals out there, let her have it. They said, honey, you will not come in here like a white entitled woman telling us what to do, honey. Nobody is keeping these tags. Most of them don't even come with tags, honey. So sit your ass down. So, honey, she sat down, and, honey, we ain't heard nothing else from her. So, this is an orchid that I got from Better Grow. And the name of it is, for all of you technical people, look at here. Whatever those numbers and letters say, the word says, Feather Ray Misty Blue. All right, PhalPals. So, Cattleya, what I like about it is, honey, she's alive. She's alive and well. Let me get the lighting right, PhalPals. Oh, look at that. I got new root growth everywhere, PhalPals. I got new growth everywhere. She took her winter rest, honey, but then she started growing, honey. She started doing what she had to do, honey. So that's one of the things that I like about Cattleyas, honey. That she is, in my living situation, surviving and thriving, honey. That dark green foliage, honey. A lot of people will tell you she loves calcium, but I will tell you, honey, that she loves that Epsom salt magnesium sulfate as well. So this is my new growth, honey. That's new growth for you. So yes, honey, I will agree. Cattleya is definitely one of my favorites. It's one of the orchids that I need, that you must have in your collection. All right, PhalPals. So that leads us to number 2, honey. The number 2 on the list is going to be Vanda's, honey. Vanda, my Vanda Charles, honey. Yes, honey. This is a no judgment free. This is the judgment free zone. This the People's Channel. This is real life situations, people. So you will not look at my orchid and be like, "Ooh, honey, you don't know how to keep no dang on Vanda." See, what had happened was this Vanda Charles, honey, Pashara Delight, honey. She was outside getting her life, living her best life. But then it got cold because these Vandas, they can only survive in temperatures that's going to be 57. That is the lowest that you want your Vanda to be outside. Growing Vandas inside is not going to be ideal unless you live in Florida, perhaps. So Vanda is at the top of my list. However, I have to bring her in the house, and once I brought her in the house, and a mighty change came over her, honey. But she's still alive. We still working on her, so just stay tuned, PhalPals. But yes, honey, I will leave you a link, honey, in the description box, letting you know what my Vanda Charles looked like, honey, in her good days, in her younger days, honey. I will let you know. I will leave it for you, honey. Stay tuned, honey, for number 3. Look, I did not make the list. The people made the list. The people have spoken, honey, and they said number 3 on the list is going to be a Dendrobium. A Dendrobium nobile, honey. What does that mean? I don't know, honey. But I will say I am in love. They say that these orchids right here, honey, they say they grow like weeds, honey. They say they grow like weeds. As you can see, honey, you get you some mouse. Get you a little mouse, honey, put her in a basket. And look, she gonna get her life. She's gonna get her life. And you got such beautiful blooms. Do they compare to the Phalaenopsis Orchid? You be the judge, baby. You be the judge. Is that more beautiful to you? Or is this more beautiful to you? Look at it. And it has such a sweet smell. And most of us that suffer from seasonal allergies, even though this does have a smell, it's a sweet smell and it's very faint. It's not something that's in your face relentlessly, okay? And so the name of this is going to be number 7, Dendrobium Angel Love. Vivid. Okay? So that's her name, honey. Angel Love, honey. And that is number 3 on the list of the orchids that you want to get, honey. You want to get you a Dendrobium nobile. It's the gift that keeps on giving, honey, because they will grow. They will grow indoors, outdoors. They are wonderful to have, honey. They are look! Honey, look at that. Look at that. Now, that's what you want in your home. That's what you want hanging outside of your home. That's what you want. Look, this can, girl, you can put this on your tree. You can put this on your tree outside, honey, and she is going to grow and she's going to give you life. Stay tuned, honey. Stay tuned for number 5. Now, I do apologize because PhalPal means Phalaenopsis pen pals. Now, many of us would have said the Phalaenopsis Orchid should have been number 1 on the list. But sorry, PhalPals, the people have spoken. The Phalaenopsis Orchid is beautiful. And she is outstanding. She will give you such beautiful blooms, and she is capable of so many things. The only problem with the Phalaenopsis Orchid, other than she growing to get very large in size, thankfully, we have some minis. They also come in a miniature size, PhalPals. The miniature Phalaenopsis orchids are wonderful. They are beautiful, and they are loving. They are loving to have in your home, PhalPals. You want you a Phalaenopsis orchid. However, once these beautiful, beautiful blooms fall, many of us are coming home and doing a repotting. And then orchid starts to look like this, honey. The blooms have fallen, honey. The roots have died, and you are trying to revive it and let it live for you. So, the likelihood of a grocery store Phalaenopsis, honey, the likelihood of her re-blooming for you are slim to none. Especially if you are a new grower like such as I am. The People's Channel, honey, I'm telling you facts. Honey, I'm telling you facts, real people's life situations, honey. So if that's something that you want to endure, encounter, then okay, honey, get you a Phalaenopsis orchid. Get you one from the grocery store. Because what you're not going to do is go and get you a species of Phalaenopsis that probably is harder to grow, more expensive, more beautiful, but it's not a hybrid. It's not man-made such as these are. But I guarantee you, let me know in the comment box below, honey, what are your favorite orchids? And then tell me, what was your first orchid that you purchased, honey? Because 9 times out of 10, it's going to be your grocery store Phalaenopsis, honey. These Phalaenopsis is the reason for the season, honey. If it was not for a Phalaenopsis orchid, honey, there would be no other orchids, honey. It would be no other orchids. I'm trying to tell you. So, honey, stay tuned for the last on the list. Alrighty, PhalPal. So last on the list is going to be your Oncidiums, honey. It is going to be an Oncidium. An Oncidium or Oncidium is going to be something that has pseudobulbs. What I like about this is it's in my living situation, honey, and I got new growth. That's what you want, honey. I just leave her, let her be, and honey, she is getting her life. This leaf is surely to fall off. From listening to my PhalPal Todd, honey, he said that's a natural occurrence. That is what's going to happen, okay? But look, baby, I got new growth. I don't know about you, but I got new growth coming. If you got new growth, that means it ain't dying, okay? So, like I said, honey, Unstylist, Wildcat, Golden Red Star, honey. I will leave a link in the description box below, honey, letting you know the video of what she looked like when she was in her bloom, in her prime, honey. So, I mean, like I said, this is not according to me. This is according to the people, PhalPals, new growers, okay? This is what people are telling you because the Phalaenopsis orchids, they are beautiful, but I would say they are the most temperamental of them all. The most temperamental. But, honey, my Unstylist, honey, she's still living, still life. I mean, that's wonderful. Wonderful. And that's what you want. You want something that's going to live for you, okay, PhalPals? That's what you want. Now, I will like to give an honorary mention because the Paphiopedilum is one that's kind of looked past. And that's because I can't speak for the world, but I can speak for Americans, honey. We want what we want, and we want what we want right now. And the Paphiopedilum is an orchid that takes its time. Takes its time to grow, give you fuzzy roots, and the bloom, sometimes you can have multiple blooms on one flower state, and sometimes you only get one, but I guarantee you they are just beautiful. I will leave a description of my lady Venus. I will let you see what she used to look like, but as you can see, honey, she is growing. While my Phalaenopsis orchids, some are dying, my Paphiopedilum is thriving. I don't have her placed near a window or anything. She's in the kitchen on top of a refrigerator, honey. So she gets very medium light, low light, if you will. So, PhalPals, please let me know in the in the comment box below, honey, what's your favorite orchids? What orchids are you living for? What orchids do you want people to know, hey, don't look past this orchid because this is a fantastic orchid that you need to have in your collection. When you have an orchid addiction such as I do, the first thing that you're going to think about is Phalaenopsis orchids because it's what's familiar. Now, I will have you to just be patient and save your money because most places here in America have some type of orchid show at least once a year. Check your local listings to see when will you have an orchid show. A lot of these orchids I purchased from orchid shows, okay? So they are the real deal. Alright, so as I close out this video, PhalPals, I just want you to know the Phalaenopsis orchid did not make the top of the list. However, she will get Miss Congeniality because right here, PhalPals, all my new subscribers, this is my grocery store Phalaenopsis, my first one from Mother's Day. So she's coming up on me having her almost a year, and she is still alive. Has she rebloomed for me yet? No, ma'am. But she is still alive. She is still here, and I still love her. And one day we will get it together. We will work it out, and she will rebloom for me. And this, because of this Phalaenopsis orchid right here, I have met incredible people such as Rick L. from Rick L. Orchids. I've met Auntie Carolyn from Jacqueline's Orchid that has adopted me as her nephew. Yes, honey, that's where I get my lack of color from, honey. I'm half Canadian. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Auntie. Hey, Uncle Jack, how y'all doing? Love y'all. Mwah. So, I mean, I've met Maria Young, I have met Orchid Diva, I have met some really incredible people. I have gone to orchid shows, I have gone to orchid conventions, I have read orchid blogs, I have spent countless hours talking to PhalPals across the world about beautiful Phalaenopsis orchids. So, PhalPals, you do not have to sit and watch 5,000 Miss Orchid Girls shows to figure out how to grow a Phalaenopsis orchid. Join a Facebook group, honey. My Facebook group is called PhalPals, honey. PhalPals. I will leave the link in the description box below. But you have Orchid Kingdom, Phalaenopsis Fanatics. You have so many incredible Facebook groups that are here to help you. You ask a question, post a picture, and you get an immediate response. It's a support system for people like us. So, baby, I welcome you. I welcome you to the Orchid Kingdom. I welcome you to the Orchid Society. I ask that you be patient with your orchid and that you have fun meeting and greeting new people. And I love you all so much, and from Alabama and from the bottom of my heart. Until next time!